Whether you're new to the Sound Shore or have called it home for years, Sound Shore Family Guide is here for you. We bring you insider tips on schools, sports, local happenings, and parenting in our amazing community. Let's navigate family life in Larchmont and Mamaroneck together.
Hi, thank you so much for being here at the LMC Media Studio on the app for the Sound Shore Family Guide. Today we have two fabulous moms that are joining us, and we have Cat and Fran here. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing? Fran, Cat, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. You two are friends for a very long time, correct?
Well, since I was 4.
You say how many years?
And she was 5. I will not say how many years, but I will say that I'm younger. I feel no,
forever that will be.
Forever. Our moms were Girl Scout troop leaders together, and we ended up also going to the same college. And we also have kids all the same ages. Not intentionally, although people have asked us
They
that.
have.
It sounds like maybe subliminally, intentionally it's been there. Exactly.
Sorry. We're on the air.
Well, you guys can kind of read each other's minds at this point.
Yes.
But you both grew up here in Larchmont. You left and obviously came back.
Yeah.
Did you live anywhere fabulous in between?
I lived in San Francisco for a year after college.
Okay.
And then ended up in Chicago for 10 years, where I met my husband and dragged him kicking and screaming to the Sound Shore area.
And now he's a local.
No, he's a full-blown local. He's
He
not
totally
just
is.
Fran and
He's more
Lat's wife.
local than we are local, I think.
Yeah, exactly. It's not hard.
It's not.
No.
And what about you, Kat?
Grew up in Larchmont, went to Fairfield University for college, then was in the city for a few years, and then came back. Boomerang effect.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes, my husband did the same.
Yep.
And you're a real estate agent,
I am.
a fabulous one at that.
As are you.
Thank you very much, Kat. Appreciate that. And Fran?
I stay home with the kids.
Okay. Again, it's not as easy as it sounds.
I keep myself busy.
I'm sure you do. And can you tell us a little bit about your kids and what activities they do?
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to. I have 2 daughters and a son, and my girls pretty much play lacrosse and soccer. They're dabbling in field hockey now that my daughter played in the modified team in the fall, and she really enjoyed it. So now I'm scrambling to find some field hockey programs. And my little guy plays soccer, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, and baseball.
So all through the town.
All through the town, absolutely.
So you started foster soccer when they're really little.
And Larchmont Junior Soccer League, whatever that one is at Flynn Park. And then LMYL for lacrosse, CYO for basketball, and Little League for baseball and softball.
And I'm sorry, you said that one of them is playing what now?
She played field hockey in the fall for the modified team.
And
at
was
middle
that
school.
difficult? Because we don't really start field hockey when they're really young.
You know, right. It is like an untapped resource, I feel like, here. There are some kids who play clubs, out in Rye and Greenwich and places like that. And I scrambled and found a few clinics for her at the end of the last summer before tryouts. It worked well. She fell in love.
I think the school kind of offers that. Clinics that...
They do, yeah. Right before the season starts, they're like, come on out and play. Like, this is what a stick looks like.
Right.
This is what you're supposed to do. No, don't hit it that way.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it's
but they're all
good.
kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, it
Right.
is.
They
When
live
they're in
together.
7th grade, they're trying something new. It's pretty neat.
Right, and that's a modified...
It's modified, yeah.
Right. Well, that's fun. Good.
It was great. They had a great season.
Awesome. And Kat, what about you?
So I have 3 boys, 13, 11, and soon to be 9. So everybody always asks, well, what sports are they in? I'm like, well, my husband and I are both athletes, but our kids really aren't that much into sports. My oldest is in 7th grade, and he loves to do service club after school. He also loves to do lighting and sound for the shows. He's done it at the elementary school. He's came back to Mamaroneck Avenue Elementary School to do it, and he does it at the Homex Plays, and he enjoys that. My middle one takes at Larchmont One River Art School, which I absolutely love and cannot say enough good things about. They are fabulous. And he also started in the summer at Cosmo and Alex on the Avenue for Taekwondo, which is a fabulous program, and it's just so much fun. And my little one he tried foster soccer when he was little, hated it, and now is asking me, I think I want to play soccer again. So we're trying to figure out what he wants. Yes.
Well,
I think
that's
we're
what's
heading
so
in that
nice. It's
direction.
like you can kind of just like dabble in, come back out, go back in.
And you don't want to push it on them because I feel like when you push it on them, and also our schedule on the weekends is hard. So if they're not loving a sport, I am not running or dragging them there, right?
No. Yeah.
Dragging them's the worst.
Nobody's happy.
No.
Right, exactly.
Right.
But those are things you can kind of just go back into and stuff and flow in and out
when
of.
they
It's not
want
so
to.
serious.
It's good when it's their idea.
Yeah, for sure.
And what do they do in the summertime?
My kiddos have been going to the town camps since preschool, since they were 3. And it started at Central School, and then the Homex camp is where they go after kindergarten up until before 6th grade. And all 3 of mine have loved it. My middle is a little upset this is her last summer coming up. It's a great 6-week program. They get to do all the things they want to do, and the price is right.
The Price is Right.
Yeah.
I was saying that I also had like a very, my children had bougie experiences when they were younger, and then they tapped into the town camp, and it was probably one of their favorite camps, just kind of a more laid back environment. All their friends are there from
Teenage
school.
counselors can't go wrong.
Yes, and that's they can really relate to the teenage counselor.
Yeah,
Like,
Yes,
look up
they
to
do
them.
so much.
Yeah.
And they want to be them when they get older, which is such a nice thing,
yes,
right? Full circle.
Exactly. Yeah, that's nice. And what about you, Kat?
So we started at town camp, and then someone told me about the harbor camp, which I feel like I should have known from growing up in this area, but I didn't. And I love it. It just works out for my family specifically because I really need them to be outside all the time, and they are outside all the time in harbor camp. They're paddleboarding, they're canoeing, they're swimming, they're at the sprinkler pads, they're doing art outside. So for me, that worked very well. And you have to be a Village of Mamaroneck resident to get in, which is key. It opens up early to the village residents for 2 weeks, and then if there's any surplus spots, it opens up to the town, to Rye, et cetera, wherever. And we've loved it.
Again, The Price is Right.
The price is right, yes.
Yeah.
And it starts up, what I love, I'm sorry, no offense to town camp, but it starts up right after school ends. So if the last day of school is on a Thursday or a Friday, it starts up that Monday, whereas the town camp has a gap week, and then it
Usually,
starts
yeah.
up. But people do
It
go
might-
away.
It might not be this year, though, because school goes so late.
Oh, that's true. It is very late.
I guess it
Yeah.
depends on the calendar year and when
True.
that actually happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, make sure that you find that out. It is what it is, depending
Yes,
on
we
where you
figure that
live.
out. Yes.
But that is something to consider.
Yes.
Any other activities? Sailing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, I forgot. Almost forgot. My daughters have sailed at the Horseshoe Harbor. And, like, the benefit of that is that we don't belong to Horseshoe Harbor.
Right.
We just lucked out, and I found the program online and was like, hey, let's try this. So my oldest did it 2 years, and my middle one did it 1 year. They know all the knots, which they kind of learned from Girl Scouts also. And my oldest even got to compete at Larchmont Yacht Club's Race Week last summer.
Oh, how fun.
And she loved it. She was so excited to be there in her Opti.
Oh, that is so special. Well, they do. I mean, they have boats for kids. You can
starting
sign
at
up.
9, I think.
Yeah, you can start at 9. You
Yeah.
can go for weeks at a time. It doesn't have
They're
to
very
be like
flexible.
a full commitment.
They are.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's a nice full day program. They pack a lunch. They come off the water, eat their lunch, and they go back out until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
And ideally, then they learn how to sail. And living in Larchmont
Why
on the
not?
water.
Kind of a necessity, right?
It kind of is. It's just
Yeah.
like a really nice thing to have
Yeah.
throughout life. And as you were saying, you're outside, no devices.
Right. Oh, that's the best. None of
Yeah.
the camps allow it, which
Exactly.
is
Yeah,
fabulous.
it's really nice.
Good.
Yeah, the Horseshoe Harbor Yacht Club. You don't want to miss out on that.
All right. Well, good. Good
Little
key-
secret tip
good point. There we go.
from the locals.
There you go. There you have it. Well, thank you so much for being here. So much appreciate it. Love meeting you both.
Thank you.
And to all you that are watching and listening, I hope you enjoy the show. And please make sure that you stick around because we will come back and share a little tip that only you can hear here. Hi, Vicki Lataris. Thank you so much for being here at LMC
you.
Media. Vicki is your title?
Assistant Superintendent.
Superintendent of the Town of Mamaroneck Recreation Department.
Yes.
So thank you for coming. And we're really focusing today on your camp section of all that you do and provide for the community. So thank you all that you do. But tell us more about the camp.
Yes. So we run a few different camps. First camp we offer is our preschool camp, Camp Rocking Stone. It's usually just for ages 3 to 6. This particular year, it's going to be held at the Sheldrake Environmental Center. So anyone in the preschool age group would love this camp. Our next camp that we offer are the Hammocks. Now that's the huge camp because that's ages 1st through 6th grade. So it's the largest population we have. And it's held at the Hammocks Park Ice Rink. So at this location, people think, oh, we're going ice skating. But no, we cover the floor. We put a sport floor down. It becomes one massive gym space that we divide up for the kids. And they use the inside. They use the outside. We go over to the Hammocks pool. We use the back Hammocks field. So we have this whole environment. And the thing that's a blessing for us that a lot of camps don't have is we have an indoor location. Not many people can say. So when it's raining, you don't have to worry about sending your kids to camp. We're inside. So you have a nice variety of indoor and outdoor. And the third camp we have, which we just started registration for, and it blew up and maxed out, is our teen travel camp. It's for teenagers that are in 7th through 9th grade.
Okay.
And that's just grown tremendously and doubled in size. So we're trying to see what we could do to accommodate all these kids this year. But I'm extremely excited about this, and I can't wait to see how the season will work out.
Where do you go on the travel camp? What kind of trips do they
It's
take?
just local trips. It could be Six Flags. It could be New York City trips. It could be Broadway. It could be any theme park that you could think of that's local, whether it's Playland, Six Flags, Quasi amusement parks, Splashdown, even Long Island Aquarium, which not many people knew about, and then we started going on some trips. It could be Connecticut, just anything within a 2.5 hour range. New Jersey, a lot of mini golf, indoor activities, any amusement, Dave and Buster's. It just could be anything.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just fun.
It is. It's great. That's what summer's supposed to be.
I don't know who loves it more, the kids or my staff.
Oh, well, good. It's a community event.
Yeah.
And what if, and I'm sure you need people to work the camps, so
Absolutely.
you're hiring.
Yes. Anyone who wants to apply, we hire starting at the younger camp, 16 and older. Obviously, we look for more qualified, mature adults for the teen travel camp, teachers, anyone in the education field. But anyone who would like to apply, we have our application on www.townofmamaroneck.ny.gov. If you did /recreation and looked under our employment opportunities, you'll be able to see a job application.
Okay.
I know it's a mouthful, it's a long place to go, but all you have to do is Google Town of Mamaroneck
Right, and it'll
recreation, and you'll find us. We put it on social media, we put it on our website. And we're starting now, so anyone who wants to apply can go ahead and apply now.
Okay, wonderful. So also for registration for camp, is that open to everybody, or do you just your
So
teen camp?
registration will start next Monday on the Tuesday on the 4th, and it starts with resident registration.
Is that Larchmont Mamaroneck registration?
Larchmont and Mamaroneck. Any
Okay.
Mamaroneck villages and us are considered residents, and then Rhinebeck and beyond, or Shell, those are non-residents.
Oh, okay.
So we get plenty of people that sign up. So the registration starts March 4th, and then in April we'll have the registration for non-residents.
Okay, so make sure that you go to the website and that you sign up so you don't miss out.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing everyone.
Great. Thank you so much, Vicki.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, Pamela DePiro. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming. And Jason Pinto, thank you so much for joining us from the Village of Mamaroneck. We are focusing today on your amazing summer camp that you offer to our Village of Mamaroneck residents, as well as our bigger community of the town and in the Village of Mamaroneck. So, Pamela, you want to give us a little bit about what camp is like?
Absolutely. I love this camp. Registration actually opens today for our village residents.
And today is February 24th.
February 24th. We are starting camp very early. I've been planning camp since December.
Okay.
Literally just have a few months off before camp planning starts. But registration opens today for our village residents for grades pre-K through 10th. And then March 10th for our non-village residents is when you can register as well.
Okay. And it fills up pretty fast.
We're at over 120 kids so far from just this morning it opened.
Just about
And how
12
much-
hours in. So.
Wow. And how much is camp for village residents?
For village residents for pre-K through 7th grade, it's $1,420, and for our 8th through 10th graders, it's $2,000.
Okay.
And that's 6 weeks,
Yeah.
all inclusive. So 6 weeks of camp, 9 to 3 every day. Pam will tell you the dates.
June
June
30th.
30th to August 8th. So you're getting a lot for that.
For your money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's no we don't ask for anything. If we go on a field trip, it's included in the price. There's no
Okay.
extra fees. If we do
Pizza,
theme day,
yeah.
pizza, whatever, it's all
whatever.
included. So the parents or guardians are able to pay that one fee and not have to worry about it, which is what I like. I don't want an a la carte system, which
Right.
some camps do.
Okay.
So it's all inclusive. Once you're registered, you're set.
Yeah.
You don't need anything else. And Pam will go through, their daily activities and all that, which is really
Yeah.
important.
Okay.
We do also offer a before camp program that begins at 7:30 a.m. until 9 a.m. for like an early drop off for parents who need to get to work.
Right.
That is an additional fee of $170 per child.
Okay.
And we also offer an extended day program as well until 4:30 p.m. for $400 per
Okay.
child. So it just kind of gives parents like that wiggle room to kind of get to work or possibly get home to pick up their kids a little
Yes.
bit.
No, very important to have for all of our working
Yes,
parents.
of
Yes,
course.
it's nice to have that flexibility.
Yeah. So I'm more than happy to tell you about this camp. Like
Please
I said,
do.
I love it. I've been a part of this camp for 20 years. I started as a counselor.
Oh, my.
So it's it's really close to my heart, this camp. I put a lot of love into the schedules, into the trips, into everything.
What kind of trips do you take?
We take them all over. We go down to Jersey sometimes to some things. We go up to Connecticut. We do Brownstone, which is an extended day trip where they zip line over a lake and rock climbing and things like that. We take them to see New York Mets baseball game because maybe some kids are not so adventurous and they want to maybe just sit down and catch a baseball game. We also work with some local people. Valeria comes and does cookie decorating with the children. We are working with Penny Licks Ice Cream. They're going to come and do ice cream day for us. So they have a lot of fun events throughout the whole 6 weeks that we split up for them.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
And you use the beach? Is that where you play?
Yeah, we use all of Harbor Island. Essentially, it's at our disposal. So we use the beach for swimming. We do kayaking. We do stand-up paddleboarding. They use the spray ground, obviously. All the fields, baseball fields, playing games all day long. Fishing. The Marine Center also comes and does a program with us twice a week. The kids learn a little bit about marine biology as well. We use what's there at our fingertips. We send the children away on a few trips, but everything is mostly done at home base.
Yeah, it's a really great camp. They're always busy. These kids always have something going on, whether we're bringing in a magician on site or they're going to a water park or amusement park or a movie or whatever it may be. So we're always trying to keep them entertained on top of their daily schedules, which include swimming, kayaking, paddleboarding, sports, arts and crafts.
Sounds amazing.
Dance, you name it.
And affordable. I mean,
affordable.
It's actually.
Right.
I mean, I know it sounds like it's much, but it's compared to a lot of other camps
Yeah.
out there. This is a fantastic option.
Right, and it's almost like $60 a day versus for 6 weeks, which is others you could be in 5, 10.
Yeah, it
15.
goes up from there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be very unaffordable, and that's why local municipal camps exist to make it affordable. We also do. The village has given us wonderful ability to scholarship kids that are in need, so we do that as well.
Yes.
We give a lot of scholarships out for kids that can't. Last year it was about 30 kids that got scholarship to camp that might not have been able to attend otherwise. So we try to do a lot of good and keep kids busy during the summer.
Very nice. Well, it sounds like a wonderful program. So, and if they want to reach, or if they want to sign up, or if they want to reach you, remind us of your website, please.
villageofmamaroneck.org. Again, go to the Parks and Recreation tab, and you'll see some day camp information there.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I also have the brochures on the website. So you can
check
see
out the brochure. There's a brochure.
Lots of information.
If you want to ask a question, give us a call, send us an email, and we'll have a conversation with you.
Okay, great.
I would also like to note that everything we're talking about requires staff. We hire, the Village of Mamaroneck Parks and Recreation Department hires 100 part-time seasonal staff every year from roughly Memorial Day to Labor Day. So if anyone, especially our youth, we do a lot of hiring of youth in the community.
Fantastic.
If anyone, as long as you're 16, you must be 16 years old.
Okay.
Go onto our website. You'll see an employment application. Fill it out. Send it back, and we can talk to you about the plethora of jobs that we have: camp counselors and lifeguards and beach attendants and parking booth attendants and program specialists and you name it. So we do need a lot of help to run these programs in the summer, and the youth of the community is really our resource.
Absolutely.
And so.
And they are all looking for jobs.
And they
This
are
is a
all looking for
wonderful-
jobs. So please, anybody looking for a job, reach out, go on our website, and we'll fill out the application. We'll give you an interview because this is what we're hiring now.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Good to know. Well, thank you both. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Elon, thank you so much for being here at the LMC Media Studio on the Ave for the Sound Shore Family Guide.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And we're going to talk today about camps. Tell us about the summer camp from the Larchmont Village.
Sure. So we have a very exciting summer camp planned for this upcoming summer. Just to put it out there, we have very limited spots. So if you're watching this and registration is still happening, please go to larchmontny.gov/camp and register right now for your kids.
It always fills up fast.
Always,
Yeah.
always. So as I mentioned, very exciting updates this year. In addition to the usual activities we have, where we have actually Burden Fitness, which I know you had AJ recently here. We also have Pizza Fridays. We have theme days. We have a lot of already fun activities for the kids. A lot of sports activities. We have several updates for this year. So for one, We have a brand new art provider, daily art provider. As many people may be familiar with Plaster Palace, another local business, we actually contracted that with them to be our daily art provider, and we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from that.
Great.
We also have our Public Safety Day, where we're going to have our fire department and police department come and do special activities with the kids. That's going to be fantastic. We also recently just opened up registration to kindergartners for the first time in probably a while. And we already have more kindergartners than we have first graders, so that's great. We also have a theater show that's actually coming, a theater company coming in, doing a show for the kids one of the days, as well as after camp activities. We had tennis for 2 weeks, and 2 weeks in the schedule, and it already filled up within 2 weeks. And what parents may not know actually at this point is we are about to open up additional after camp programming, extended camp, basketball and soccer. So again, larchmontny.gov/camp. Don't miss out. Very few spots left at this point.
What are the ages that you target for town camp?
So the camp is open for rising kindergartners through rising sixth graders.
Okay.
And you have to be a Larchmont resident and or a Chatsworth Avenue Elementary School student. In case you don't go to Chatsworth or you go to Chatsworth but you're not a resident, you're in one of those two camps, the camp is open for you.
And where is the camp held?
The camp is held at Flint Park, where we have a lot of athletic facilities there. We have the tennis courts. We have a newly renovated playground area. We also have the tennis pavilion that has recently opened up. So that's going to be available for the kids to enjoy. And we have plenty of fields and athletic facilities where they're going to be able to play around and play sports, as well as the playhouse where we do a lot of our indoor activities.
And there's swimming, right?
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. We also have swimming, and one of the updates this year is we're going to be increasing it to 5 days a week swimming as opposed to only 3 days. We're also going to be offering swim lessons as part of the tuition for the camp.
And what is the tuition for the camp?
The price is $1,450, and that gives you a full 6 weeks of summer camp from June 30th through August 8th.
Okay. And I mean, if there are spots left, just make sure that you go and get them quickly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I know that it's like constant programming and it's all encompassing. It sounds like a great program. So thank you so much for hosting it and keep doing what you do.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Pam Michaels, thank you so much for being here at LMC Studio for the Sound Shore Family Guide. You are a trustee and on the board of Horseshoe Harbor, which is a gem of I don't know what you call it, but
Sailing club.
Sailing club, exactly. Right here on the Long Island Sound in Larchmont. So give us a little bit of history and tell us a little bit about Horseshoe Harbor, please.
Sure. Horseshoe Harbor is situated right in Manor Park. We are really a tenant of Larchmont Manor Park. It was founded in 1888. Actually, it was incorporated in 88. It was there before that. But because of our incorporation, Larchmont claims to be a little bit older. It's limited by membership. It's primarily focused on local sailors. However, we do take members from the larger community. It is above all a sailing club. And so members are for adults, we have a fleet of day sail boats, which are 18-footers and 22-footers. And then we have a fairly large mooring field of probably almost 50 boats. And then we have some boats on the dock. And then we have a junior sail program where kids come and they learn on opties, which are kind of little bathtub-looking boats, and Orfevas as they get older.
And the opties start at about what age?
We start at 9. We go to 16.
And is that a summer program?
It is a summer program. Our program runs from that first week of July to August 8th, and kids can come in for 2-week periods or for longer periods.
Mm-hmm. And for adults as well, can you just come out and lease a boat for the day, or do you have to be a member to do that?
Right. We have, there's kind of two aspects. One is we do have a day sail program, which is where members have access to our boats, to Catalina 22s or Ideal 18s and a couple others. But we also do adult learn to sail, and we run that twice over the summer, starting around Memorial Day. We invite anyone from the community. You don't have to be a member of Horseshoe to be in those two education programs. And the adult program runs, you come one night a week for 6 weeks, basically, and 5 of those classes are on the water.
And by the time you finish, you're a sailor?
Brilliant, yes.
Amazing. That's how good your instructors are.
Yes, yes. Or at least we try.
Do you still light the cannon off at the beginning of the season?
We do. At our commissioning, we fire the cannon. It's crazy loud. Yes, we do that. Our commissioning, and we'll start, I think it's May 3rd this year. It's usually that first weekend in May.
Mm-hmm. And to be a member, are you completely sold out, or do you have spots available?
We do. This year we happen to have some spots available, so our requirements are, we do prioritize by local community, but we're not restricted to local community. And our requirement really is that you're a sailor, so you could come in and qualify as a day sail member, or a boat on the dock, like a laser kind of a member, or if you have a boat, you can bring your boat and become a mooring member.
Mm-hmm. And you have a launch that takes you...
We have a launch service that works, it varies by day, over the season, but generally it starts around 8 a.m. and at the peak of the season goes to about 11.
Mm-hmm. Do you mind me asking a little bit more about the kids and the opties and things? So
No.
they can come for the day. Is it like a full day camp, and then they have lunch there as well? And
Correct. It's a full day camp. I think the kids come in at 9 and they're there till 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it's they usually bring their own lunch, although I think this year we're trying to make some arrangements for a bring-in lunch, a catered lunch. It's actually been a tremendously successful program. The kids love it, and we try to make the thing really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And yet somehow we're incredibly competitive, and the kids win a lot of regattas. So we're very proud of it. And we've had kids who start at 9 and end up becoming counselors or assistants, and actually one who ended up being the director of the program for a year. So kids tend to stay with us.
Mm-hmm. Well, my husband went through the program also. He did,
cool.
and is still an avid sailor today. So
that's
whatever
great.
you did back then, it stuck.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good program.
Yes, we happen to love it. Actually, when I met my husband and we lived in Manhattan, we would come here on the weekends. He had a little J-24 that he kept at Horseshoe Harbor.
Oh.
And we would go sailing on the weekends, and then we would visit his nieces, and then we'd go back to the city in the afternoons, and it was a very, very special time.
It's a beautiful thing. And we have, for members, we do a women's Tuesday night sailing thing. So women come in, and many of them have really no aspiration to really know how to sail, but there's nothing better than at 6:30 getting out on the water
And watching
sailing
the
around
sunset.
for a couple hours. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's available to all women in the community?
That's available to the members.
Just to the members.
Not
I
too
might
bad.
just have to sign up just for
I
that.
know. Yes.
Oh, well, that's amazing, Pam. So if they want to find out more information, do you have a website?
We do. It's horseshoeharboryachtclub.com, I think, at this point, or info@Horseshoe Harbor. Or you can go to our website, and it's mostly, there's some banners that help you if you're looking for the junior sail program, but also drop-down menus where you can learn more about the club.
Wonderful. Pam, thank you so much for being here. It's so interesting to know more about Horseshoe Harbor.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
enjoyed it.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Hi, thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope you learned something and or watched something that you enjoyed from today's show. We're back here with Cat and Fran. They're going to give you a little tip about something in our local community that you can only hear here. Who wants to start?
I'll go.
Okay, Fran, go ahead.
If you do have to drop your child off at Homex Middle School, I would suggest driving around the back and using the Flint Park parking lot. They connect and they can just run in the back.
Very true, and such a good point. Such good advice for sure.
To piggyback on that a little bit, I would say if you can avoid being anywhere near any school between the hours of 8 and 9 and 2:30 and 3:15, do that. But my tip was going to be there are some dead zones in the area that you will only know when you move here. And I'm sure you tell your clients too.
I'm sure you do too.
Why am I losing service from this area to that area? There is a small window on Weaver Street.
By Murray Avenue.
By Murray Avenue, yes. Up until pretty much where you get to 287, where it's a dead zone. And then anywhere in Orienta, if you get past the main shipyard area and you're turning off down any of the side streets, total dead zone over there. So
and Fenimore.
Good luck. And
around
Fenimore.
Wingfoot.
Fenimore, yes, forgot about that.
So,
yes.
of course, we're in
Little
real estate,
tidbits.
so we understand. Like, we
know,
have to make
yes.
that call, have to wait for that call, to wait.
Why isn't it going through?
Well, we know it goes through, but it's always
Eventually, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, great tips. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for
And
having
thanks
us
for being
out
here. Thank you all so much for listening and watching here at the LMC Media Studio for the Sound Shore Family Guide. I hope you heard or saw something that you really enjoyed about our episodes. Please make sure that you tune in for the next one. Thanks.
Visit lmcmedia.org/family guide to get more information and find other episodes. LMC Media is a nonprofit media center. Follow us on socials at LMC Media Center and subscribe to our YouTube channel at LMC Media Productions to see more content.